Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Mini Grave Digger Monster Truck build. In this video, we'll cover the changes you can see in this clip. The roll cage is completely new, the tail section of the body is mounted, and we've cut out some aluminum side panels. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, be sure to go back and check them out so you can see how we've gotten to this point in the build. Let's get building. In the last video, we mounted the Powerwheels front clip to the chassis. You can see here that I've mounted the tail section of the body using the same style body posts as the front clip. Now, we need to turn our attention to the sides. We need to create something to fill in and blend in between the front and rear of the plastic body pieces.
Okay, so we've got the plastic rear end and the plastic front end. The plan to fill in the middle is to use some aluminum. So I'm going to take this aluminum panel and basically trim it up to fit to match the line over here and the line up front. So I started trimming out the first side panel, and I don't really like it. I tried to keep the height similar to the original Powerwheels. You know, it kind of had that tall side like that. But in the Powerwheels, the seat was clear up here, you know, so you were way above this. In this thing, I got the seats clear down here on the floor, so you're kind of buried behind this side panel. So, two things. I'm thinking I might kind of shape this a little bit, bring this down, and that way it'd be a little easier to get in and out of it as well. And the other thing I'm not happy with is the cage. I'd like to bring this tube back here. So I'm thinking I'm going to redo some of the cage on this thing. Well, you happy I cut it off? Oh man, she's looking sad at the moment, but we'll get it looking better. This is all for the good of the cause. Here you can see the mounts that I made to hold the front clip onto the chassis. Well, here's the beginnings of the new cage. I moved the rear section of it further back so it would blend in with the back of the body considerably better than it did before. And it's a little taller, so I'll actually fit in there.
Here's a picture I took partway through the modification. You can see how much longer and taller the new cage is than the old one. Since I'm a plus-sized individual, when I had a friend over, I had him hop in and give you an example of what the average-sized human would look like sitting in the mini Gravedigger. Thanks for being my average-sized mannequin, Cody. All the weight in this vehicle is very low, so it's surprisingly stable when you drive it. But you are sitting up high, so when it does roll, it's going to roll hard. So therefore, I added a bunch of cross bracing to this new roll cage. This new cage looks way better with the side panels. Alright, let's finish trimming these things up. Well, what do you think? Use your imagination. Picture the panel painted black with a few Gravedigger graphics on it and the chassis painted green. You can see an adult-sized seat in it now. I won't have to sit on the floor anymore when I drive it. Yes, the kid's seat will still fit in there. They are the priority. But this thing is so fun to drive that I needed to make it somewhat comfy for me. I did some simple bead rolling on the flat panel, and I really like the way it turned out. Just gives it a little bit of depth and character that the flat panel just didn't have. Hopefully you'll be able to see in the video that just slight bend across the top and then the little flare sticking out around the wheel well. I got this one panel done. I'll go ahead and show you how I did it on the other side. Here, I'm using common 1/4-inch bead rolling dies, set very lightly against the material. With them set lightly, the bead dies act kind of like air-bending V-dies and bend the sheet metal rather than form a bead, as they do when you have them pressed harder into the material such that they are coining. I just couldn't wait. I had to see what they looked like in black. I hope you can see in the video, but those bead rolls that I put in there, just super simple bead rolls, really made this side panel pop. I think this thing is turning out great.
That turned out pretty cool. Not a bad start for the graphics on the side. I got something else up my sleeve. Well, it's a really cool idea, but I may have gone overboard on this one. It's a little busy. We'll see. If it grows on me, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I can always peel them off and try something different.
If you look closely at the tombstones, you'll notice that each has the name of a YouTube channel. These are my YouTube peers, and just like the real gravedigger honors its fellow monster truck competitors with its tombstones, I pay my respect to my fellow YouTube builders. Most of these YouTube channels you will recognize, as they are much larger channels than Moto Mule, like Grindhard Plumbing Company. Ethan and Edwin are the reason I started posting my projects to YouTube on a regular basis. They are stand-up guys and super fun. Cars and Cameras. I haven't got to meet John and Isaac yet, but hopefully they'll head out here again to the Gambler 100 mini bike race and I'll get the chance to meet them. Rather B Welding. I got the chance to meet Chris and take him to the sand dunes a few months ago. He's a super nice guy and I can't wait to see how his Gravedigger project turns out. I want to take a moment to point out some of the smaller channels on here that you may not have heard of. I'll put links to all the channels pictured in the description below. I've mentioned Dirt Garage, Drago Werx, Hessick Moto, and DIY Motorsport before. All great channels that you should go check out. Badger Canyon Motorsports is a brand new channel. I've followed him on Instagram for a while, and he builds some cool stuff. He's real green on YouTube. Go check him out, subscribe to his channel, and give him some pointers to create content that you are eager to watch. Wheelie Pete. Pete is a friend of mine who is my YouTube guru. Most of what he tells me goes over my head, but every once in a while I catch on to an important tidbit of information. I hope to get him involved in a mini bike build project this next spring. The rest of the channels on here are all much larger than Moto Mule, so I'm sure you've heard of them. But they're all worth checking out. So as I mentioned, there are links to them all in the description below. Spoiler alert, in the next video, we'll be doing something many of you have been asking for. Making it four-wheel drive. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and share this video with your friends. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.